everyone. I'm super excited. You know me, it's Narit. I'm super excited to have Maria here. Before we get started, for every comment, every emoji, we're going to give Maria $1 towards Amazon. She can buy whatever she wants, cute clothes, anything that she wants. But first, Maria, tell us who you are, where you're from more specifically, and just a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Maria, and I'm from Auckland in New Zealand. Yeah, I'm a mum of two. I'm 40. I turned 40 last year, and I really wanted to be feeling my best at my 40th, and I didn't. And so Narit had been in my DMs and sort of on my mind for quite some time, and I finally, yeah, decided at 40 that I was worth it, and that I was worth taking my health in control.
I love that. And I love that like you felt you were worth it. So tell us where you were before the midlife makeover program, where you were with your health, where you were with your feelings, all that.
Yeah, so I was at the heaviest that I'd been for quite some time, and between children, I was able to lose the baby weight and that sort of thing, but it had slowly crept on. I had become a teacher for 2.5 years, um, and just found the balance of life struggle, sorry, just so much. And I had just started to eat as my comfort, and really found that. Um, I just had stopped caring and like caring about what I looked like, and just ate for the sake of eating, and really used it as a coping mechanism and a stress tool, and had really got into a very bad way.
Yeah. Well, let's kind of talk just what are your personal biggest wins?
My personal biggest win, so I've changed jobs. I'm still a teacher. I've become a relief teacher, so it's a lot less stress. So I'm able to have the time to put into myself. I've done 75 strength workouts. I've still maintained doing my own gym, so I go to the gym 3 times a week. I do my three strength workouts. I'm 31 pounds, so that's 15 kilos for me. Lighter, and it's not just been the weight. It's been everything. I'm just stronger. I'm happier. I'm a better mum. I'm a better me. And I'm just so much. Yeah, it really has changed my life.
I want to know because you said like you're a better you and a better mom. Can you give us like an example of what that looks like for you?
I just have the time and the patience and the energy now. Before I would want to. After every day, I would want to crawl into bed. I was so tired all the time, and that doesn't make me not tired now, but I really didn't have the energy to do life, and I found it also overwhelming. Last night, I sort of felt like that. I was we're deep in the winter here for us, and all I wanted to do yesterday was crawl into my pajamas. So I made that fun for my kids. We all got in our pajamas. We had a movie party. My kids made posters for the movie party, and we had a ball. And like normally, I would have just crawled into bed, just put them in front of something, but I watched it with them, and they made sure I put my phone down and that I was present with them. And I don't know, I just find that I'm just really am a different person.
So different person, all that kind of stuff. And I remember like in our first talk, there was a lot of just like kind of sadness in the beginning. So what kind of were you maybe skeptical or doubtful about, at that time?
So I've like lots of us on the program. I have tried everything. I have tried the shakes. I've tried the programs, and I have had success on those programs. I retried a program that I'd done twice before and had really good results. And hadn't had any movement. And I had really just given up. And even though I was paying a lot of money, I just didn't even want to be part of the program. And that's when I knew something had shifted. And I really didn't care, and I really didn't want to make a change. And so I was skeptical that this was going to be any different. But for me, honestly, this program hasn't been the biggest of shift in terms of what I'm able to eat. It's just knowing what I'm eating and being mindful of what's fueling my body, and what is important to me now. But I have kept drinking all the way through, and I eat chocolate most days. I have treats, and I've been able to lose that weight. And it really is a lifestyle rather than being something that I have to follow. And that I can do it for the rest of my life.
I love that because we hear that all the time, and it's hard to kind of explain how is this different than the other
Yeah.
things because you are getting results. You've lost 30 pounds, it's a lot of pounds, right? But also like how is it different, like that you can still have the things and feel good and have energy, right? And your progress pictures are pretty amazing. So how is it different?
It's really just getting you to think about your what's going in and how that's going to feel you. It's really changed my relationship with food, to be honest. Before I would really think that there was good foods, bad foods. Yeah, you really have changed my mindset and really really taught me a lot about food. And that I can eat toast every morning, that I can eat carbs, that I don't have to avoid carbs, that I should be fueling myself with carbs because that not only keeps me full, but our body works harder to break those down. We're really, it really has changed like the way I look at food.
I think with all the stuff on the internet, also, it confuses you so much,
Yeah,
not you personally, but anyone, and so just having it broken down and the why behind it, I think is
yeah,
also super
yeah,
important. What is your
yeah.
favorite part about the program? I'm curious. Like, what do you love the most?
Um, just how like strong I'm getting on the strength workouts, and that the strength workouts, now that I've been on it 6 months, like they sort of roll around like that they're similar workouts that I really can just roll out of bed. Sometimes I just do them in my underwear, and yeah, it's just easy. And that I'm not having to follow a program. I am quite a type A person, and I do love a good program. But that it's been able to fit into my life, and that for 6 months I've been able to lose this weight. And for me, I'm quite a private person around my weight. And other than my mum and my husband, no one knows that I'm on this. And that I haven't had to cut everything out from my life. I haven't had to avoid parties and avoid holidays and avoid having a life. Has been my favorite part, and that it's sustainable.
As a coach, who has done this for a very, very long time, that people have to understand that it's not like exactly what you said, that you are eating carbs, you are strengthening your body. So what makes
Yeah,
it sustainable that you are going to parties, you're going to holidays, all those things?
this is terrible, but if you're consistently average for 80% of the time, you can get results. And for me, and where I was at, to see those results and yeah, to be in a fat loss phase and still be able to do everything that I've done in the last 6 months really does make it mean it's going to be sustainable then. Because as we've talked about, like there has been highs, there's been lows. I've had life thrown at me for the last 6 months. And yeah, my term one at school was ridiculously busy. I didn't go back to that person, because I'm not that person anymore.
And why not? I love that.
Because I care now. I really do care what goes in my body, and I really do care what I look like now. And like we've talked about, my why was for my children, like to be, um, yeah, the wife that I was 10 years ago, and I am that. I am becoming that now. Yeah.
I have chills. Because I know we've talked a lot, even though you live in New Zealand, not Australia, we do like so many messages throughout the week and we talk so much. And what would you say to somebody who's, either been following us a while or talking to us for a while or just
Mm.
started and they just haven't, they've been thinking about doing this, but they haven't pulled the trigger yet? What would you say to someone they're kind of afraid of doing this because they're not sure what it looks like? They're afraid it's just one more thing that they've
Mm.
done before. What would you say to somebody like that?
I would say that it's worth it, and that it's really not that scary, and that you really don't have to give it all up. It really does just teach you how to look after yourself. And if you're really thinking about it, I would just do it because it really is something that will change your life. Even if it's slowly but surely, it really does change everything. Yeah, and that's I'm so grateful and thankful for you, Narit, that you have made a program that's not just about food. It's all you always talk to us about our mindset, and you always talk to us about our goals and how we meet those goals and how we make it achievable. And you really do put it back onto us and really do keep us accountable. But it really is like I definitely thought it was going to be harder, and I can only say that because I'm 6 months in. But it really, like I started at Christmas, and I thought that that was going to be hard, and it wasn't. Because you just gave me really good tips and tricks, and I'm learning every day from this program. So it
You're
really is worth it.
awesome.
And take it in hand and just do it.
Thank you so much for trying. And starting on Christmas, I wanted to add, you should start the busiest time possible because that's when you should start, right? Because life, I always say, life is never going to slow down. I always
No.
ask people, like parents, grandparents, retirees, I'm like, has life ever slowed down? Like life is never slowing down. If you are listening to this and you're like, I am Maria, like I am just like her. I was just unhappy. I was just kind of going through the motions and I want to look and feel great. I want to, not only lose 31 pounds, but really change my life. Message us, be like Maria. Maria, thank you so much for taking the time today because you're helping people. Again, message us, be like Maria, and we will talk to you guys soon. Thank you.